Hey guys, this is DFS Chan. I'm here to talk about today's LEC slate and kind of go over what my power rankings are for these LEC teams, European teams in League of Legends competitions this spring split. So let's dive in straight because we don't have much time. I think we have about 90 minutes before the slate, the first ever LEC 2022 slate starts. So here, as you can see, this is my power rankings. Fnatic and Vitality and G2, in my opinion, are probably the top three teams, in my opinion, that will probably finish in the top third of the LEC, I'm pretty sure. Just based on the talent and the coaching changes, the roster changes, and the fact that Fnatic and some of these players, I mean, they are like in their prime at the moment to be able to kind of, play together. And I feel like Vitality especially formed a super team. So, everybody's like hyped up about Vitality, but I do think Fnatic is a better team right now, but that may change throughout the season. So yeah, I have Fnatic in the S tier, Vitality in G2, in the A tier, Mad Lions, XL Gaming, and then Rogue in the B tier. Rogue, I struggle a little bit between B and C, but I just have to give them credit where it's due. They had a decent season last split. I mean, every split, they always have a decent season, so I'm pretty sure they're going to do the same thing. But I just don't see them have a high ceiling like some of these teams do. And then SK Gaming, and then Misfits. Misfits is an interesting one because I consider them either in the B tier or in the D tier. I feel like they've been so volatile over the past couple of years. So I really don't know how they're going to perform. But at the same time, I don't see them have a higher ceiling, just like I said about Rogue, compared to some other elite teams in Europe. And then Astralis in the D tier. So yeah, I mean, so this is what I got. I'll share this screenshot in the chat and on Twitter, and we'll see after a few months how this pans out. Okay. All right. So let's dive into today's slate because for most of you guys, that's what you guys are interested in. Just a little recap from the last video. I had a really strong take on OMG in the LTK LPL video. And OMG primary stack, long stack rather, was the key to taking it down this morning for the LCK and LPL slate. So hopefully you guys followed what I did. I played OMG with sprinkle of FPX and T1 and Genji, so it really worked out for me today. So I'm very happy about that. And I'm just happy because that OMG take was a very risky one, although it was substantiated by the data and the metrics and the eye test that I saw. So everything was pointing in the right direction, but I was just a little nervous about it because that was the first take that I've had this year so far, and I'm glad it worked out. And sometimes when I see the edge, I try to point those out. Sometimes it works out, and most of the times they work out, and sometimes it doesn't work out. So for what it's worth, I'm glad that it just worked out, and hopefully we can continue the streak. So on the LEC, that starts at noon Eastern time today, so get those entries in. But yeah, first matchup is Team Vitality versus Mad Lions. So Team Vitality is a favorite at -200. This probably would not, these kind of odds probably would not be available between these two teams, wouldn't have been available between these two teams last split because Vitality was not hyped up like they are this year. So let's look at the roster. So first, Vitality. So what is the hype about, right? I mean, they got Alfari in the top lane. He used to play in the NA, but also now in the European championship here. I mean, I think Alfari is okay. I think he's a strong top laner, but not an elite top laner. And Selfmade is really good. Perks obviously is really good. He used to play for Cloud9, and you saw what he did for Cloud9 in the Worlds tournament. And Carzzy came over from Mad Lions, you know, and he was really good. So yeah, I mean, I see why people are hyped up about it. I do think they have very good talent. Yeah, so we'll see. I do think it's gonna hinge upon maybe in the top laner, Malfari going up against some other elite top laners. I do think Perks and then Perks will hold his own. Carzzy is good, but then you know how does Labrov perform, right, in the support position? I do think Labrov is more of a laning support rather than roaming support. It kind of means like some support players like to roam with their junglers and kind of, you know, try to dictate the control of the jungle around the map rather than kind of help the AD carry to win their lane and kind of dominate, assert its dominance in the bottom lane, you know, for the first 10 to 15 minutes. So that would be the other type of support he is, and he is that, Labrov. So we'll see where that leads them, but I just feel like given the meta and the lack of teleport, lack of the ability to be able to teleport onto a minion or a ward until like mid game. I think it was like 14 minutes in the game. I do think it hurts a lot the top laners and the mid laners kind of being able to roam around the map. So I do think it's very important to have a roaming support. So I do think that will hurt them a little bit. So we'll see where that how that helps them or hurts them. So they're going up against Mad Lions, and Mad Lions kept most of the roster from last year. I'd say most because it's barely over the majority. Armut and then Elyoya, obviously they're very good. Armut was okay last season compared to the previous season. I think 2021 he had a decent season, but 2020 he had a really good season. So I'm a little, you know, I'm eager to see what kind of form that he's in. And then Elyoya is one of the best junglers in my opinion in entire Europe. So I do think Mad Lions always has a chance to win because Elyoya can carry a game. And then Reeker, I don't know if Reeker's good. I don't think he's that good. So let me see. Where have I seen him play before? Oh, okay, European Masters, right? Yeah, European Master in the big organization. So I just want to look at his match history just in case. Yeah, I don't really like it. Not much of a carry player. So that's interesting. He's not much of a carry player, so I don't know if that is good. Unforgiven. Is that Forgiven? The same Forgiven? No. Okay, so that's a different. So there used to be a player called Forgiven, and he retired, and he was like a big tilter, and he very fast got pushed away from the professional scene because he was so toxic. But this is a different player. He played last for SK Gaming Prime. Okay, so yeah, I mean they got some new players. These are not proven players. I'd say Reeker is kind of somewhat proven in the European Masters, but I do think this will take some time. So I have to give edge to Vitality here. But if Mad Lions wins, remember Elyoya can carry a game. So yeah, I do agree with these odds. I do think Vitality will win. And then SK Gaming versus Rogue. SK Gaming, let me see who the favorite is first. Rogue, yeah. So Rogue is the favorite. Odo Omne, Malrang from, I believe, Dalmon Gaming is going there. Oh, that's going to be a huge language barrier issue, I think, with lots of Europeans, even Greek player. Yeah, so I do think they'll need some time to gel. I think with Larson especially, Larson plays such a unique way. Then Comp and Trimby, yeah, I mean, this is nothing to write home about. So yeah, we'll see. And then where they maybe there's an upset alert then. SK Gaming, Gen X, Gilius. Oh, Gilius again. Oh, Gilius made me a lot of money, but also lost me a lot of money last season. Yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean, he's a very well established player. He played for Shaka, and now he plays for SK Gaming. Do I think he will do better against Malray? I don't know. I do think they have been around together much longer, so they have very better team synergy. So yeah, I do think SK Gaming can definitely upset Rogue today. I do think Certus can hold his lane against Larson. Jezu and Treats, I feel like would be better than Comp and Trimby. Treats really had a good season last season, and Jezu can carry at times too. So I like SK Gaming. Where is he? Plus 200. Okay, so yeah, I'll definitely consider them as an underdog for GPP. All right, G2 favorite at minus 275 against XL. G2, I'll show you what the roster looks like. Broken Blade in the top lane. He's okay. He used to play for TSM. Jankos, he's still there. Caps, still there. Flack. So this guy is he created a lot of buzz in the off season. As you guys may know, he's young. He like comes from the academy level and then kind of came up through those levels. He played for Mad Lions Madrid. I think he's pretty good. I do think he's really good. I do think he is gonna be decent improvement, maybe. Not an improvement, because I think G2 had a pretty good bottom lane last split. Yeah. So they finished second in the Iberian Cup and then fifth and sixth. I want to look at his match history too. Lucian, Aphelios, Jinx. Okay. When they won, 7-0-5. There's that one carry game. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you, how he's going to perform. Let's see who the support position is. Targum. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So these two guys come from different teams, from a tier below the leagues that are tier below LEC. So we'll see how they pan out. I do think this top half of the map is pretty good, but I'm not quite sure if they're gonna be really good, because Yanko's obviously he's decent. I mean, he's good. He's a good player, but I don't think he's as elite as he has promised as past now. I think he's not as good as El Yoya or Self-Made or probably those two. Resort is decent. So yeah, I don't know. I just think Yanko's is not that great. But the bottom lane is kind of shaky, and Caps is probably the only one that I can trust on that team. Even Broken Blade, I'm not a huge believer in him. So against XL Esports, Finn, Marcoon, Nuke Duck. Okay, Nuke Duck's not very good. Patrick and yeah, I mean that's not a strong team either. Marcoon had a decent season, but I don't know. I think XL. I don't think XL can go up against G2 right now. I think Caps will destroy Nuke Duck. The Ankos will. It's definitely better than Marcoon. Broken Blade and Finn. I don't know. That's not much of a. There's not much of a difference there. The bottom lane is probably what I'm interested in. I think Patrick is better than Flex. It's more well known because he played in the LEC last season. So, but I do think it's more of a like a 60-40. Is that what it? No, that's pretty solid. Okay, yeah. So I agree with the odds. I think G2 should win, but I'm not as confident in G2 as I am like in Team Vitality probably. All right, 2 more matches. Misfits. It looks like the odds are changing. People betting on the underdog a lot. Okay. Misfits versus Astralis. Misfits, Astralis. Misfits is the favorite. Hear it. I love Hear it. He was really good last split. Zlatan from European Masters. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one because I really liked Zlatan in the Misfits Premier, in the the development league, so to speak. And then I think he's also from European Masters, right? Yeah, LDLC. So yeah, I like both of these players from European Masters. I know obviously now they're in a tier above in a more competitive league, but I like those pickups. Neon and Mursa. Mursa I've never heard of, so I'll be honest with you. Yeah, Neon played for Schalke last season, and he was mediocre. And then Mursa, who's Mursa? So Mursa came from Gamers Origin. That's interesting. LFL. Okay. So not proven. Neon's okay. I like these two. And then here it's really good. Who are they playing against? Astralis. Oh, okay. Astralis is horrible. White Knight, Zanzera, the whore. I think he's probably one of the worst mid laners. Probably the worst mid laner in the game, in the league, I think. I do think Kobe is gonna be okay, and Promise will be okay. So I just want to see. He played for Fnatic Rising, and I just don't think he was that good. When I watched that European Masters. So yeah, I do think Misfits will win. Yeah, but I do think this will be a low scoring matchup, just given how these guys like to play. So I'll go over the kill upside, and as you can see, the Bovada also has the total kills odds here over under, so that will be interesting. Yeah, so I was kind of right about 25.5 is the second lowest on the slate. SK Gaming and Rogue is the lowest. The first matchup and the last matchup, Fnatic and Mad Lions, and so those matchups have the highest projected over kills. So all right, last game, BDS versus Fnatic. Let's go with Fnatic first because they're the biggest favorite on the slate. Fnatic, Wonder from G2, Resort, Humanoid, Upset, and Hillisang. So these are interesting because Resort was really, really good last split for Misfits Gaming, and now he's on Fnatic. And Humanoid obviously was there before. I think he's really good. I do know he's really good. Upset was really good. Hilly saying was fun Fanatics. Yeah, I like Fanatics team. I think Resort played really well last split, so I do trust him a lot. And I'll kind of go over. Maybe I'll do that right now. I'll go over what the jungling control percentage look like for the LEC last split, especially Misfits, because that was Resort's team last split. Let me see, LEC Europe, summer, jungle control percentage. Okay, Misfits, yeah, it was mediocre. Okay, so mediocre. Fnatic, Fnatic's jungler last split, was it Bwipo? Yeah, he was a jungler for Fnatic last. Now he's on Team Liquid as a top laner, so that'll be exciting to watch in the USA. Misfits. Okay, Fnatic had the highest one. G2. So Yanko's actually had a really good split. Rogue. Okay. Inspired. Where's Inspired playing now? Inspired. Evil Genius. Okay. All right. And Mad Lions. Elio, yeah, like I said, dominant. That's probably it. That's where the cutoff line is probably. And then maybe Vitality game. Yeah, so Fnatic's going up against BDS. Adam is now playing for BDS. Okay, that used to be Shaka and now rebranded. Adam moved from Fnatic to the here. Syncroft, Nuclear, and Xmatty. Yeah, Fnatic should win easily, I think. I agree with the odds. I do think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be as bloody as people are saying or they're projected to be. I do feel like Fnatic played very aggressively with Bwipo at jungle. I just don't think Resort will be that way. I do think Resort is on the aggressive side as well, but not as aggressive as Bwipo. That makes sense. So Humanoid's good and Upset's good. Yeah, so I like that team. Obviously, that's why I have them in the S tier. But for today's, for GPP purposes, let me see if I can pull up the combined kills per minute last split. Yeah, Fnatic, as you can see, had the highest. And I don't think it will necessarily translate that this year without Bwipo. So we'll see where that happens. And then Vitality had a very high. And then let me see what the slowest ones. Excel and SK Gaming. All right. That's interesting, I think. So like I said, I like Vitality. I like Rogue to win, but I like SK Gaming to upset Rogue. I'm not a huge believer in Rogue's roster today or this split. I think Malrang is gonna need some time to gel. And then G2 should win, but I think Excel can definitely pull one off if you're taking a long shot. I think Misfits should win. And then I think Misfits, who was their jungler? Yeah, I like Misfits a lot today. I think those European Master boys will come out firing today, and then Fnatic. So yeah, I mean, that's all I got for you guys today. And naturally, for those games with high totals, the other side, if they upset, they'll score well, in my opinion. But I think there's some talent gap in those games. So, but yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll make another video for the LCS, the players, the competition in the US next. So, and then I'll go over their first slate as well. All right, guys, have a good one. Hope you guys make some money today again. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you. Bye-bye.